Shaped by God together. You may have been one of hundreds of people from all over the diocese who sent in stories about your experience of faith and church during lockdown. You may have been at the recent diocesan synod presentation and discussions. You may have read about it in Diamail or seen some of our diocesan videos or social media posts. And so, Shaped by God together won't be entirely new to you. But what values and priorities will underpin it as we look to God's guidance and work together on planning the future of our diocese? Well, in a way, it's a bit like a jigsaw. Jigsaw experts, apparently, often like to start with the corners and edges. The corners for us are our diocesan strategic priorities. We want to be about forming and multiplying new communities, intergenerational communities, intercultural communities, reconciling communities, eco-communities, Anglican communities. Our edge pieces are new models of ministry that we're experimenting with over the next few months in what we're describing as an adventure of the imagination, giving the opportunity for some parishes, churches, fresh expressions, schools and chaplaincies to experiment and try new ways of doing things. A season of innovation and experimentation. And then there's the middle. And truth is, we really don't know what that's going to look like yet, which is kind of the point. We do know that the stories that you sent in, which are currently being read by groups of people from across the diocese to make sense of what God is saying to us through them, where patterns are emerging, what insights they will give, will be key in informing what the middle looks like. We do know that our diocesan values of creativity, attentiveness, and generosity must underpin what we end up looking like. And that there will continue to be lots of everyday prayer, everyday action, and everyday witness. But we're not working to a blueprint here. Having the edges and the corners in place gives us the structure to allow us to creatively play with the jigsaw and see what picture emerges. A process where conversation, listening, prayer, and discernment will be key to what everyday faith looks like in the years to come in our diocese. This much is certain. Things will change. They need to. Ministry, finance, and our use of buildings will look different. But throughout the process, we'll be looking for and listening to what God is doing among us, confident in Him, and seeking to be shaped by God together.